Jody joins us now in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jody, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Jody. What's up?
So I am struggling with not getting job offers or interviews because I am overqualified.
Oh, now I got to tell you, I've heard this many, many times before. So that's good news because I know how to help you, but it's also bad news in that I've got to challenge you before I think I can help you.
Okay.
So it is my general belief that anytime someone hears feedback that you're overqualified, it is because they think you won't take what they're going to offer you financially, or they know for a fact that what they can offer you is probably well below what you're looking for. And it's kind of a gentle letdown. That's my, I think that's what happens most of the time because, and let me stay with you on this before I get your feedback. The reason I feel this is because no hiring manager who's got any sense at all, who interviews Jody and likes Jody and realizes that Jody's got way more skill and way more experience that might be needed for the job. And if you look at them and say, I know this, I've got a lot of experience, I got way more experience than needed, and I've got a ton of skill that I may not use some of that skill, I think they're worried that they can't afford you or that you won't take what they're going to offer you. It is possible that they are perceptive and they're going, Jody's just not going to be happy in this role because it doesn't challenge her. Although I just don't give that much credit to a lot of hiring managers because they just want a body many times. So that's my theory. Now, I want you to take what I just said and apply it to what your experience has been. Why do you think you're getting feedback that you're overqualified?
I think some of them are threatened by me and that I want their job.
Okay.
Which I don't,
Well, why? Okay, but where's the disconnect? They're interviewing you and then they think, oh man, Jody's going to come after me. Like how do you know that is that just a theory or you feel that?
Well, I've actually been told that by some hiring people.
Are you truly overqualified?
Well, I guess it depends on the job that I'm applying for.
Yeah, but you called me about that specific feedback, so I'm trying to address that. Right. Are you applying for jobs where when they look at your experience and skill set, it's pretty darn obvious to anybody that has half a brain that maybe you are is that what's going on?
Yeah. Well, I am applying for jobs that probably I am overqualified for. So should I not include all of my education and training and experience
what are you
on
applying
my resume?
Maybe. What are you applying for?
So I have a bachelor degree in aviation science, and I have a commercial pilot license, and I have, a whole lot of customer service experience, and I've done a lot of things in my life, and I'm working on another bachelor degree right now. And so, I just applied for one of my dream jobs the other day, which could be a dispatcher for an aviation company, and I didn't get it because I'm overqualified. But I have, all of the experience in that.
So in that case, something's missing, and I don't buy it. I think they're lying to you. I don't know. You ever break up with a boy in your life before did you ever break up? Did you ever kind of give them a false line just to try to let them down easy?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Because here's what I don't buy. I don't buy that for the aviation dispatch role, that what you told me so far, I don't buy that you're overqualified.
Yeah.
I wonder if have you, in that, let me ask you this. In that particular situation, did you get to the point where you talked salary expectations?
They told me what the salary was, and I said that was fine, which, it was a little bit low for my experience that I have. That was more of like for a beginning, dispatcher.
But did you express that to them in the conversation, that the way you're kind of telling me? Okay.
No.
So the evidence lines up. So the evidence lines up that that's their easy way. That's a nice way of them breaking up with you. They just chose somebody else. That's my take.
Oh, okay.
My point is, don't get discouraged. I rarely buy the overqualified line. I think it's an easy breakup line, and I think it's hiding what the real reason is. And usually it's that your salary expectations are higher than they're willing to pay. So they go, well, you're overqualified because you're making this, or you've certainly made this. So they kind of believe you. Or they're just giving you a line because they're trying to just not have any tension. It's an easy one.
Right.
Or they chose somebody else and are trying to let you down easy. So all that said, none of that really matters. You should not be discouraged. It doesn't sound like to me you are applying. If that's your dream job, then you go back for it again somewhere else. But you're going to have to use the proximity principle. I'm going to give you my best-selling book, The Proximity Principle, because it's all about the art of connections and how you connect so that when you go in and apply for this dream job, you have got way more going for you before you ever even step into the interview room, because they've heard good things about you, they know about you, or opportunities essentially come to you through connections, and you're not just out there competing against everybody else. I think that's the secret for you right now, but you cannot get discouraged. But if I give you the book, will you promise to read it?
Yes, of course.
Okay, because listen, it's about people and places, and this opportunity, the right opportunity, is out there. You've got to be putting yourself around the right people and in the right places so that it shows up on your door and knocks, because you shouldn't be getting this I'm overqualified message on a regular basis. Something's missing. And I think ultimately it's just, you're not winning the competition. And we can't forget that this is a competition. You're competing against people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, and that's where I've been told, that I should not put all of my experience and education on my resume. And I have an issue with that because,
well, let me say this. I
I've
teach,
hard.
I get it, but I've got a resume guide that's free at kencoleman.com that you should download and read as well. And it comes with a free template. And then for $10, you can get multiple templates that we use. And I think you need to read that free guide. It's a PDF. Take you 7 to 10 minutes. But here's the deal. I do teach to only put relevant experience on your resume. So based on what you told me, I would not put all that marketing experience on there if you're going for an aviation job. Because nobody cares. Think about it. If you're applying for an aviation dispatch position, they don't really care if you can write sassy copy.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking that all of the education and training, shows that you have dedication and you're responsible and you achieve goals and all that kind of stuff,
Sure. I'm not disagreeing with you. Read you'll see. My point is, you can put all that education. It's the last piece of my resume anyway, because I don't think anybody cares where you went to school. What really people care about is, are you a great candidate? Will you help them win? And I think you've got to, I want you to also download the How to Win the Interview Guide. It's also free. Download those two things, read them both, and start practicing what I preach. And I've had literally thousands of people validate what we're teaching. And you just do it on your own. You see if it makes sense. And then I'm going to give you the proximity principle, which is going to be the competition edge that you need. So hang on the line. Amanda, let's get her a copy of the proximity principle, whether it's hard copy, ebook, audiobook, I don't care. Give her the one that she most prefers. Because for those people who really know what they want to do, the proximity principle is all about connections. It's stage 3 of my 7 stages. Now, we cover this in the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, as well. But the proximity principle is a nice deep dive into how to separate yourself from the pack.